Okay, so I am here now, and I am going to attempt to build a shelf for my indoor plants. I got this from TikTok. This is the Vivor plant stand. It also has a grow light on it, and I have it here on my table. And right now, um, where am I at? I'm pretty much on step one as far as putting everything together. This is what it came with. I have everything laid out on this table here. And I am putting together the legs, the bottom portion. So I got one done already. I did this by myself. Well, we'll see how far I get. If I need help, I will get some help. Have my husband help me. But I at least want to be able to get this shelf done by myself. So we will see. I would probably need help with the lights and the wiring and all of that. But right now, I'm going to concentrate on getting the shelf done here. So I have a leg. These have wheels, and these have the locks on it. Comes with the two wheels with the locks. Because I was debating on whether or not to even use the wheels, because the first ones that I grabbed uh, didn't have locks on them. I'm like, I don't know if I like that. But yeah, it's been a while since I got this in. I ordered this right before the freeze. It got here pretty quickly. But then it's just been sitting, so I'm like, let me hurry up and get this going so I can move along with my growing project. Um, yeah, so I'm pretty much trying to step up what I started last year. Last year, around the time that we were dealing with my dad being not in a nursing home. He was in and out of the hospital. But we were dealing with him trying to keep his independence, and he wanted to drive a lot. Although we were like, no, you don't need to be driving because you don't have the same reflexes that you used to. You're pretty limited as far as neck movement. He had a lot of issues with his neck. And complications from his surgery that he had on his arm and stuff. So yeah, it was a lot, and I decided to do gardening just to add something different to my routine. Um, and I felt like it would be a way to put my energy into something else and to relax myself. So yeah, so I started gardening, and I wanted to let him know like how far I got in right before he passed. But the night uh, that he passed, I had called, and my cousin was there because I'm in Texas and my dad was in Louisiana. So I called, you know, to talk to him specifically, to let him know how far I gotten on my garden. And by that time, he was in the process of transitioning. So the phone call would have just been like me talking to him. Um, and that was pretty much what the phone call was going to be like. So yeah, I ended up talking to my cousin for about an hour, and she had just checked on him. And my sister-in-law had returned from church that night, and we were all just laughing and joking and reminiscing. And then I was like, yeah, let me talk to my daddy. Let me whisper in his ear because I wanted to let him know how far I've gotten with my garden. And my dad, just to give a little backstory on that, uh, used to tell me about growing up with his dad and the farming and stuff that they did back then. And then like even at our house, my dad had a garden back in the day, and he was growing growing stuff, you know, like tomatoes and okra. I do not like okra. Both of my parents were okra eaters. But yeah, he had cucumbers, okras, tomatoes, you know, the typical backyard garden stuff. So I didn't even realize that he grew up on a farm or whatever, and until, you know, we had conversations about it, you know, over the years. But anyway, yeah, it was cool. I was like, yeah, I wanted to let him know that I was kind of picking up his gardening habit or whatever. So yeah, so by the time my cousin went in, my cousin and my sister-in-law both went in, and I just overheard my sister-in-law saying that he's not breathing. Oh my God, he's not breathing. And he had a do not resuscitate order, because I mean he was passing at that point. So you know, there were already like plans in place for when he transitions and stuff. So yeah, so at the moment, you know, I'm just like, dang, I didn't get a chance to tell him he's gone already. And he was still with us that hour before. So I was like, wow. But anyway, so that's why I even started gardening in the first place. So because of my dad, and I felt like it was time for me to just do something a little different to get my mind off of things. So and my gardening was basically just having a lot of potted plants. That's how I started. So this year I'm going to step up that. I got me a shelf that has grow lights, and I also have set up a little area outside within the yard to plant some more stuff. So I'll show y'all guys that later. But anyway, let's get back to building these legs. Yeah, so let me look down and see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have these two pieces. I have these two pieces here that I have to connect onto the leg. And this is not a tutorial at all on how to build this. It needs to clamp together, and then I'll put them on the pole like this, basically. So I'm just showing you guys like my process. This is not a tutorial. If you decide to get a grow shelf like I did off of TikTok Shop, you're gonna have to open up the instructions and build it. Yeah, so anyway, I do have a wrench that they told me I can tighten this up with, but basically this is what I'm doing. It's on here. I use the wrench. I am not like mechanically inclined, so we'll see how far I can get on this. Now I'm spinning this wrench. It's not really tightening at all. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, I can hand tighten it. Yeah, I don't even think I can show you guys what it looks like. Oh, maybe I was doing it in the wrong direction. All right, yeah, that's tight. Okay, so I'm gonna do these clamps last. Yeah, but I'm gonna get these poles together. There's the top and the bottom. The top, I haven't even taken them out the plastic yet. But it has a different type of end. You see the ends are different than these. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do that, and we'll come back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I put it together. Yay, all by myself. This is a success. All right, so these are the mats that came with the shelf. Yeah, so I think these mats will be good. It'll catch water and whatever leaves and soil that will come off from the plants that I put up here. So yeah, so the next thing I have to do is get the lighting put on. So we'll see if I get help or if I am able to do that by myself. So, but yeah, I got this part and I did it all by myself and I am proud. Yay me. All right, so I finished it. This is the shelf. These two plants right here are two different kinds of basils. And they're just too tall to fit in on the shelf or whatever. They're just a little bit too tall. I did repot these two. They were in the original pot that I picked them up from. They have not been doing well, but they did survive the winter, the freeze and all of that. They were indoors. So yeah, here they are. I'm gonna keep these inside and hopefully this light will help them thrive along with getting a bigger pot. So this is the shelf that I got from TikTok shop. This is the Vivor shelf. And it comes with LED lights, and here's a little remote control. I am not a professional builder of things and very amateur, very beginner. And I was able to put this together by myself. I'm so proud. But yeah, so this has a timer. It has a 3, 6, and 12 hour timer mode for the lights. And these are the different lights that it has on here. I don't know what they all do. I guess I have to look it up. So I don't know what light I should be using during the day. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, so that is that.